Okay, this is Ancap Cat, and today I'm doing a video on a cool YouTuber named Philosopossum, and he's not an anarchist, he's a panarchist. So a panarchist is a type of libertarian that believes people should be able to choose whatever government they want. They choose the government. And I'm an anarchist and Ancap, in contrast to being a panarchist, and I'm here to say why panarchy is wrong morally, and practically. I mean, not trying to be mean, Philosopossum, I really like your channel, but I have to say you're wrong on panarchy, because panarchy involves government. There's a little comment I made down here promising the response video, and here it is. But anyways, the problem with panarchy is it still involves government, which is aggression. So by choosing your own government, you'd be merely choosing how to oppress people. Like if you people wanted to choose dictatorship, monarchy, communism, oligarchy, monarchy, feudalism, communism, socialism, whatever. If it's a government, it's tyranny, and if it's tyranny, it's wrong and shouldn't exist. With anarcho-capitalism, you don't have tyranny, period, at least in terms of the state. You may have thugs, like rapists and murderers, but they'll be very little in number, and they'll be very easy to deal with when they do strike, and you won't have any state violence or state-sanctioned violence since, well, there's no state. So anyways, with anarchy, it's logically consistent in terms of not having tyranny, in terms of being morally good. And the fact that you don't have a state. You don't have a state you choose or don't choose. You don't have a state, period, so you don't have tyranny by a state, period. You can't choose your own government because you'd be oppressing people, whichever government they may be. The only thing you can really choose is anarcho-capitalism. In a way, you don't choose anarcho-capitalism, because compared to government, which is active, anarcho-capitalism is passive, meaning you don't do anything with anarcho-capitalism to act upon people. It's the lack of government. It's the lack of action. Government's the presence of action and the presence of tyranny with said action. You can't you don't have to worry about oppressing people in anarcho-capitalism because you're merely being passive. You're not acting on anyone. You're not forcing your will on anyone. You're not taxing anyone. You're just living your life doing voluntary transactions and shit. With panarchy, you'd have every form of oppression there is in terms of people being able to choose every form of government, that is. And I know he mentioned that includes anarcho-capitalism. Just to clarify, panarchism would include anarcho-capitalism. Since a fundamental idea behind panarchism is every political system. What is it? Some people would be free to pick and choose to live under. Well, yeah, I'd include anarcho-capitalism, but improve the governments too, which suck. Which include governments suck. Period. You can't have governments that people pick, because people just don't pick governments. They're forced. They're tyranny. You'll be just choosing how to oppress people. Some people will be oppressed inevitably, inherently. You can't pick your government. So, if you were being able to pick your government, it essentially wouldn't be government. It essentially be a private contract of who leads you, who leads the land you're on, who's the landlord. That would be like the government you choose, which wouldn't even be a government since they're just doing a private contract with leadership. So in panarchy, I wouldn't like the governments. I wouldn't like people choosing how I live my life in a constitutional republic, if they chose that, or democracy, direct democracy, or if they chose that, or communism, or socialism, or feudalism, or monarchy, or oligarchy, whatever dictatorship they chose, I wouldn't want that. So, another thing is, Philosopossum mentioned that you could have public services run along private services, or have voluntary funding of a state. That isn't quite the case, since the public sector is the government, and the government's involuntary, I mean it's government. So those public services wouldn't be voluntary, even if you have them run along private services. So that wouldn't be tolerable either. You still have to be funded by taxation, which is theft, and even if you could supposedly have voluntary taxes, the government would still be involuntary, because it wouldn't just roll over people that voluntarily pay it with voluntary taxation. They'd also roll over people that don't want to fund it or be rolled under anymore, so it'd still be involuntary. So those are my disagreements, my affirmations, my negations against panarchy, because since panarchy includes government, the governments, any government, it's unjust. The only thing you can really have for freedom and justice and truth is anarcho-capitalism, because anarcho-capitalism is passive, it's voluntary. One person even mentioned somewhere, you don't opt in it or really opt out of it, something like that. It just is. You just enact anarcho-capitalism by just not aggressing upon people. So that is why that is the only system you can have. Any other systems an infringement upon people's rights, including anarcho-communism, which is just bullshit communism, which is just communism under the Ancap name. So yeah, you definitely don't want that either. And I think Philosopossum should become an anarchist. I think everyone should be an anarchist. I know that no other system is just, because aggression is unjust, period. Initiation of force is unjust, period. You can't have a government, period, even if it's like a mix of government, or you choose your own government, or you vote on your own government. It's still gonna oppress people inevitably, since, well, it's a government, so it's still wrong. Inherently, inevitably, it still oppresses people, so it's wrong. So that's what I have to say. I hope this wasn't a sloppy video. Maybe I should have looked at some videos that he said this stuff on, other than just this video. I've been searching just to find this comment of mine with this response of his. So yeah, this is my video. I greatly apologize if I did anything out of line. I greatly apologize if the video was of poor quality. I just know that in terms of logic and morality and reasoning and all that panarchy is wrong, since government is wrong, and panarchy involves government, therefore panarchy is wrong. You can't choose your government. You can only be passive and not initiate force against people. So, Philosopossum, he's a very good YouTuber. He's very nice. I like his avatar, though I think he should have it, change poses and facial expressions like mine. Well, mine mainly just changes facial expressions, but I have had this other pose where an Ancap cat gives the finger. So, that, I just think, would improve his avatar, having changed facial expressions and positions. He did have a video where he had a gas mask on it for, like, the coronavirus thing, which I thought was kind of funny, but anyways, that's what I have to say about Philosopossum. I like the fact that he's gone against a lot of the same people I've gone against. Like, for example, he's gone against, this, where do I find it? He's gone against this guy,
Because I'm getting...
Who's a real asshole, AK James. He's an asshole. And I've gone against him too, as you can see.
Racist for my views on illegal immigration, because I made some
Oh
racist...
shit. Oh, that's the original, sorry.
PMs and comments on my videos and shit, saying that I'm a racist for
Oh
my
my
views
god,
on
I just
illegal
realized something. I
immigration,
put the
because
wrong
I
link.
made some racist remarks. Now, I don't recall ever
I put
making...
the wrong link. I put a link to his original video
Hey
rather
guys, AK
than
James
my
762.
video. This is my video. This is my video where I go against AK James 762 with no authorization to go over it. So since I put the wrong fucking link, because my stupid fucking brain can't brain today, well that day, I'm gonna fix that and with the world as my witness. So yeah, this is the actual video, brain, not that other shit you put. Against is harm other people, but no, they have laws against people. See?
Any type of racist remark
That's
on
the
YouTube,
actual video, brain.
or
That's the
in
actual
general.
video. And
See, I don't believe this guy is
of course, this is his.
actually racist. I think he's just...
And yeah, I don't think AK James is racist, but he's an asshole because not only do his positions suck, his attitude sucks. Like he totally strawmanned me back when I was a min-cap, a minarchist, a anarcho-capitalist. He strawmanned me. I basically just said, oh, you know, Trump is against freedom to put what you want in your body, or the Republicans and Democrats were, and they had some gun control going on and some truancy laws going on. And he totally strawmanned me and I just thought drug users should have the liberty to cause chaos. Or actually, I think he said that it was a ridiculous thing to think the liberty you have includes being able to put what you want in your body, which is actually ridiculous to think you don't have the liberty to put in your body. But anyways, this video was supposed to be about Philosopossum, not AK James. So, I'm gonna end it now. Just my comment, just even, you know,
I do think some tweaks or adjustments
yeah,
to
this is
it
the
could be
comment
open for
I made.
discussion, but what's not open for discussion is whether or not...
Yeah, this is a comment. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. So Philosopossum, I like you. I'm subscribed to you and all. I think you're subscribed to me too. So anyways, yeah, bye.